everyone. This tutorial is designed to show you how to create a quick standards referenced test using the SchoolNet feature of Homebase. To get to SchoolNet, you have to go into My NC EdCloud. EdCloud is where Canvas used to be hosted. Remember, to get to EdCloud, you have to type in my.ncedcloud.org. You can't bookmark it because then your server starts to throw up all kinds of warnings and it gets really angry. In order to get in, you remember your username is the UID, which is that long number that's on your electronic pay stub, and whatever passwords you set up at the beginning. I tend to change my password so that it's the same as whatever my Wake ID is, just to make things a little bit easier. When you log in, you click on this HB2S LEA 920. I know it looks like you would click on this Homebase icon, however this is an icon for the student survey, so it won't work for us. Once you click on that HB2S icon thing, you go up to Assessment Admin, and you'll click on that, and you'll come over here and say Create a Test. And we're going to focus on creating an express test. The reason we're being asked to use SchoolNet this year is because Wake County has decided to no longer purchase the Case 21 assessments. However, per the DPI mandates, we will be returning to using the final exams this year. And SchoolNet includes question banks that also have items for social studies, for science, for all of our electives. So this will not only help teachers who have now the final exams in the science and social studies, but also teachers whose growth is measured through the ASW, or Analysis of Student Work process. So to create an express test, you click Start, and I'm just going to name this Demo Test, and you pick a subject, and you'll notice that there is a ridiculous variety of subjects, and most of the subjects are named after what they're called in high school. If you're looking for English Language Arts, you can find that here. Your sciences are here. Math is here. Social studies is here. But again, tremendous amount of variety. You could also find things for science in here. CTE courses could be in consumer homemaking, computer and home information science. You're going to find I saw some fine and performing arts, graphic and printing communication, so lots of variety that's available. I'm going to stick to life and physical science because that's what I'm most familiar with. When you pick a grade level, you're going to notice that it defaults immediately to the same grade level, but you can pick a range. So for example, 6th grade to 8th grade. I'm going to stick to 8th grade because that's where I'm certified and that's what I've taught most frequently. For now, we're going to say hide the item content from test results. If you are giving these tests as paper pencil, say no. If you are giving these tests as online, you would want to say yes, because what that means is that if you gave the tests in the future, hiding the item content would prevent parents and students from seeing the actual test items when they're reviewing the test results. The rest of this I am not going to change. And then your preferred standards document. These standards documents are the Common Core, your North Carolina Essential Standards. I don't know if these are national standards or North Carolina state standards. These extended core standards are the NC Extend standards for those of you in special education. And then again, more elective standards down here. So I'm going to pick the North Carolina Essential Standards for Science. Not worrying about this. I am going to enable assessment notes because that allows teachers to comment on the use and effectiveness of a particular assessment. And then I'm going to move on to selecting the standards. This is what's called your test map. Over here is a list of how many items are available for each topic in a particular subject. So for example, in the topic of Earth History of 8th grade science, there are 237 test items available. If I expand the Earth History topic, you'll see that there is 1 standard and 2 objectives. In objective E.2.1, there's 89 questions available. In E.2.2, there's 150 questions available. In order to pick a topic, you simply check the box. If I wanted to choose multiple topics, say we're looking at the evolution of the Earth, so Earth systems, structures, and processes. Maybe I want to talk about, not that because that's not right. Where did they hide that? We'll put something in there. That looks good. Let's say I want to pick questions from these two standards, E.2.1 from 89 questions and L.4.1, 68 questions. Once I've decided on which standards and objectives I want, I'm going to add to the test map. This is very useful for subjects like math, where you might want to be looking at subjects across different topics. Maybe you want to be looking at a year-long review where you're looking at geometry, ratios, coordinate planes all at the same time, or a language arts test where you need to be looking at language and informational text and literature all at the same time. So you can pull from multiple standards and multiple subject areas. Once you're done picking the standards and objectives you want, you click Add to Test Map, and it will list all the standards that you want. Now, let's say I want 10 items from E.2.1 and 10 items from L.4.1. Now, this is a 20-question test. Obviously, this is not going to be a summative assessment. Maybe this is a quick formative assessment. Maybe it's a diagnostic assessment. This would be something very easy to do. If we're talking a summative assessment, maybe it's longer. Maybe I want 30 questions from this. Maybe I want 30 questions from that. You can make it as long or as short as you want. What you do know is that every question that comes from these item banks is going to be aligned to this particular standard or objective that you're asking it to come from. Once you've picked how many items you want to come from each standard or objective, you click Build Express Test. And it does take a little bit of time. The smaller your test, the shorter the build time. The larger your test, the longer the build time. There's a lot going on this screen. There are two ways that you can administer this test. It prepares the test so that you can administer it as a paper pencil test. It also prepares the test so that you can prepare and administer it as an online test or through the TestNav platform. One of the things that you can do is add instructions. It also has a little thesaurus, very nice. And you can actually go through and modify each test item individually. So you can read the item, you can see, read the item, you can see the test answers, it will tell you the standard that each is aligned to. You can edit each item, you can replace it with a different item from the same standard bank. You can remove this item from the test, if you so choose. And it does that for every single item. You'll also notice that not every item is just multiple choice. Most of them are. They do incorporate graphs, images. Social studies tests, I've seen maps. Math tests, there are graphs, there are tables, there are pie charts. So it does look very much like an EOG type test. Oh, there's a picture I see here. What's going on there? A comparative picture. Looks like a law of superposition. Okay. Now again, if you'd like to schedule this test to be administered online, please let me know and I'll take you through the process to do that. We are not yet sure if Wake County is equipped to administer those tests online, but if you'd like to do that, we're certainly open to helping investigate that. There are two ways that you can download this test to administer through the paper pencil format, which I'm guessing most of you will probably want to do. You can download this test if you're happy with it as a PDF, or you can download it as an editable Word document. looks like as a PDF. While it's opening, I'm going to try to download the Word document. It comes with a cover sheet, student, class, and date, and it immediately formats it so that the student is ready to take the test. You don't have to type, you don't have to space, you don't have to enter, delete, no tabbing. You just get a Scantron, have the student fill it in, they can mark all over the test. I personally think it's wonderful. If you wish to do any kind of editing to the test, any test questions, if you want to add something to the test, you can download the editable version in Word. For example, if you wanted to add the objective number next to every question, if you wanted to add the point value next to every question, any kind of hints, if you wanted to change the spacing between the question, or if you want to differentiate the test, for you, if you want to tier up or tier down or tier to the middle, changing things for your kids, you can do that as well using this editable version. So SchoolNet is a great way to make quick changes to things, to make quick diagnostic and quick formative assessments. It's also a great way to get a wide range of questions to pick from for a summative assessment, especially if you're making, a cumulative summative assessment for your quarterly data analysis for the 17th. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always open to coming into your PLTs to help. I'm happy to come help you on an individual basis if you'd like to. I plan on holding a PD session so that you can try doing this in the computer lab for a Techie Tuesday. Just let me know what you need from me. Thanks, guys.